everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Deborah and I'm the community health nutritionist working with the Northwest Bronx Food Justice Project. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about a topic, and it's a really important topic, especially during this time. A lot of people are actually struggling with having a good night's sleep. And so I think it's really important for us to have a quick conversation about some of the things that you can do to actually help to ensure that you're getting a good night's sleep. Now I'm going to give you a few tips, and some of them are going to be related to the nutrition, the food that you're actually eating, and some of them will just be some other tips that I think that can be useful. All right, so let's just jump right in. So the very first tip is going to have to do with eat foods that have high magnesium content. Now, foods with high magnesium are actually going to be really great because that magnesium is actually known as the sort of like the relaxation mineral. And so it does help you to fall asleep if you're eating, foods that are high in magnesium. Now let's go over some of those foods. Now, foods includes nuts and seeds, spinach, and pumpkin seeds, banana, kidney beans, avocado, apple, and broccoli. These are some of the foods that are going to have high magnesium content, and so I want you to look for those foods and incorporate those foods if you are actually having issues with getting to bed at night and falling and getting a good night rest. The other thing is to make sure that you're getting enough sunlight. Right? Vitamin D is actually associated with getting a proper night's rest. And so low levels of vitamin D in the body, right, is also posing a higher risk of people who are having poor sleep quality and reduced sleep duration. So if you're not getting enough sun every day, that means that you're actually not sleeping maybe a full night. Okay, so we want to encourage you to not only eat those foods that are high in magnesium, but to also get outside and get your vitamin D. Now, number 3 on the list is avoid caffeine. Now, I would say before 4 p.m., if you happen to want to enjoy coffee or teas that have caffeine, you want to have those before 4 p.m., right? Because after 4 p.m., it's going to take a lot longer for that caffeine to be out of your system, and that's just based on studies. It shows that caffeine disrupts your sleep. Not only can you find caffeine in tea and in coffee, but you can find caffeine in other beverages like sports beverages, right? And so you want to be careful of that. Some other foods to be careful of: sugary foods. So high sugary foods are going to actually keep you up as well at night, and eating heavy or large portions before bed is also going to keep you up at night. Now, another thing to do, guys, is to get walking, get moving, get outside and walk every day if you can, because 30 minutes of exercise every day has been proven to improve sleep quality. All right, so you want to make sure that your body's moving. You want to make sure that you're doing some type of physical activity. If you cannot exercise, it's great to do some housework or some yard work, something that's going to keep you moving. And you know what? Just turn on the music and dance. That's also another really great thing that you can do. That's something that I love to do, is just dance. Put the music on, dance with your husband or your wife, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your children, your family, your grandmother, whomever it may be. Just get on up and move that body, because that will actually help you to get a good night's sleep. Okay, so tip number 5, let's get right into it. So eat foods with tryptophan. Now, if that's the first time you're hearing that word, that's okay, because I'm about to break down this word for you and give you the definition. So tryptophan is an essential amino acid that helps the body make proteins and certain brain signaling chemicals. Now, your body changes the tryptophan that you consume into a brain chemical that's called serotonin. And that's probably a word that you might have heard before, serotonin. Now, serotonin helps to control your mood and your sleep. Okay, and so it's really important for us to ensure that we have the tryptophan in our diet. Now, how can you get the tryptophan? As it said before, from amino acids, which are proteins. So what you'd like to do is to combine, what I recommend rather, is that you combine the protein with carbohydrates. For example, so you can enjoy a light snack. The peanut butter has the protein, and the crackers will be your carbohydrates. You can also enjoy things like yogurt, and those are some of the great things that you can use to get tryptophan in your diet. Finally, reduce the amount of liquid that you're having before you go to bed. So with this, you want to try to limit the amount of alcoholic beverages near bedtime because they actually cause issues with our sleep. And I said this before, that when you're going to bed, you want to make sure that your meal at dinner time is not a heavy one, especially if you're eating late at night. Okay, so I hope that these tips are useful. Again, this is Deborah from the Northwest Bronx Food Justice Project, and I'll see you next time.